right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing episode of multiPOPtural, the best damn podcast on the planet. I am your host, Brian.
This is Matthew.
Jadon.
Doo-Doo Brown.
Captain Cleveland.
And we are back with part 2 of the 2019 movie preview podcast. Last time we were just getting ready to wrap up the comic book movies for this year. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
Jerry.
That sounds like it's going to be a good one. This is going to take place right after Avengers Endgame. Mm-hmm. The basic premise is Spider-Man gets back from being dead and wants to just chill and hang out with his friends for a little while. So he leaves the suit at home and he goes on.
I love the synopsis.
That's a very good point.
I like it.
I didn't even put it together that way, but like,
no.
Forget everything you know about the Thanos snap.
I just want to go, to Europe, maybe hang out, maybe get laid, maybe, I don't know. But apparently Nick Fury recruits him over there. He's, talking him up, you got to do more for us kind of spiel. Like, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
But, and then the elementals, the elementals, I think are a big, ruse that Mysterio's putting on. I think it's...
Yes, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
We did say there were spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're primarily talking about
then I won't
the movie.
spoil it.
No.
You done did it.
I mean,
you can't spoil what hasn't come out.
Well, and I mean, we're not really spoiling it because it's in the comics.
Trailer.
I mean, he's a stuntman. Yeah.
And it's in the trailer.
Yeah, it's in the trailer.
But Jake Gyllenhaal popping up as Mysterio.
I really like the way he looks.
Bearded.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking man.
He's bearded. Does it have anything to do with
that what you
Good looking
meant?
suit.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
that's
it's-
what I meant. Too.
It's Marvel proper, so they want, all face at all time, like
Yeah.
with Chris Evans and the Captain America helmet. He's not in the fucking helmet all the time because they want to see that pretty ass face. You know what I mean? So, that's what they do.
PAF.
For the ladies.
But I'm really glad that they're incorporating the Mysterio, bowl,
Dome.
fishbowl dome.
Me too. I was wondering how they were going to do
looked
that.
really
and
good.
it looks cool.
Yeah,
it
it
does
does.
look cool.
And his armor kind of looks a little Chitauri alien-ish, a la the weapons they were making in Spider-Man Homecoming 1.
Ah, okay.
Who-
That's a
who's
good
that?
point.
That's
a good point.
I think that he might...
Mysterio's
Yeah.
does?
What?
A little
Mysterious. A little bit, yeah. It looks kind of like some alien tech
Okay.
that he used.
Okay.
I don't know, but I mean,
No, I can see it. I mean, I wouldn't have if you
It'd
wouldn't-
keep
if
with
you're
the
a big
whole
old
theme.
brain over there.
because they were using it to make the weapons in the other movie.
Vulture. Yeah.
Some new Spider-Man uniforms.
Yeah, and this
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Call
Yep.
back to the old with
Yep.
the web
The web and
gliders
the darker,
and the
almost black.
And then
Yeah,
there
well,
was
then
like
there's the all black
the
one.
noir Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nick Cage Spider-Man.
Nick Cage Spider-Man.
God, that was so fucking good.
it was.
I'm so excited about this goddamn movie because first of all, Spider-Man Homecoming was one of my favorite
Yeah.
Marvel
Yes.
movies.
I remember.
I think it was the best Spider-Man live action movie.
100%.
Well, there's no. I mean, come on.
We're not doing this shit again.
100%.
You didn't like the second one with Andrew Garfield in it?
No. No, I don't
Spider-Man
like that
5.
shit. 2 with Tobey Maguire was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought
Oh, that was Doc Ock, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought
Okay.
the one where Jamie Foxx was a bad guy was a good one.
Yes, that was Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Two.
That was
the
Andrew
second one.
Garfield.
That was
too.
Andrew Garfield.
I
Yes,
didn't see that
yes.
one.
Whatever. I'm
We're
really
ranking shitty.
Yeah, I know. I'm on board. I'm on board.
I feel like we do this once a month.
with
No,
how,
you're wrong.
With how Homecoming went, I'm really excited for Far From Home, especially because now I'm just on such a high from seeing fucking Into the Spider-Verse that
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Spider-Man kind of can't do anything. Or actually, maybe my bar is set so fucking high now that when I go in, it's going to be a little bit less than perfect, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this movie sucks.
What is this
balls.
shit?
Right.
This movie kisses taint. But
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Kisses.
did I say that?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, did he? Did he say that?
He slid it in
Did he
there.
said it?
He's
Slid it
gonna.
in there.
But yeah, I'm really excited.
That's what she said.
What's the next movie?
Then we got the Joker movie coming out in the fall,
Yes.
I'll pass.
which is going to be interesting.
Well, it is
I'll
DC.
automatically pass. Huh?
Jesus. Automatic?
I'm telling you.
No, I'm
not going to the movie to see it.
Why?
It's fucking
Too
Phoenix,
scary
man.
for you? Too dark for you?
No.
I better see some fucking blood and gore in this.
So one of the main reasons why is I think when they first started talking about doing this Joker origin story, they had talked about Scorsese directing and Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'm a little let down by Todd Phillips and Joaquin however you want to emphasize it. Joaquin Phoenix.
Get it right.
He's a respected rapper.
Yeah. Listen, it might be good. It might be great. But I'll find out from you guys when I listen to the podcast. multiPOPtural.
I hope it's really good, but I kind of agree with Seba but for different reasons. I don't like the idea of this movie because the Joker really didn't have a definitive origin story
at all.
I mean, you had that little bit from Killing Joke, but there really wasn't, in stone that's
Red Hood
what happened. Yeah, the whole Red Hood connection.
What about the whole Gotham TV show? Is that
shit's gone off
that's
the
off the
fucking
rails.
man. It's gone everywhere. He's got a twin brother and all this other shit.
The Joker does?
Yeah. Because you think it's like the Joker because he has to do the face implant, all this other shit. Then his brother comes along and then he's really the Joker. It's everywhere. I saw
that show's doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
But
it's
over
just
now,
put shit in a
right?
bowl and they're just like, oh, yep, we're going to do this.
I never really
So this
watched
is just DC's attempt to bring something we all thought was great.
But it's non-related,
when
right?
Heath Ledger.
No, Gotham and the Joker movie.
No, this Joker movie is not related to the current DC universe.
No, not at all. So we'll see.
How'd that work with Venom?
Ask Jordan.
It made a ton of money.
It did make bank.
I did watch Venom. I didn't think it was as horrible as you made it out to be.
You went in with the
I mean,
bar
it's
at
not
the
in my
ground.
it's not in my top 10. By
Yeah,
any means.
it wasn't great.
Jordan's like,
It wasn't
you're welcome.
terrible.
To me, for the heads of these studios, why make movies that are non-related? Like Marvel
makes
To make money?
Well,
I
Sony has to.
understand
That is literally the only reason.
But Marvel has found a way to work every single.
That's because they care about the people watching it, and it works.
And they had
And it's a real universe.
DC's just asking for a quick fucking fix, and people are dumb enough to go see the movie still.
But to be fair, they had the plans to do the Venom movie way before they made the arrangement to get Spider-Man into the main Marvel thing. So they were going to do this anyway, just because they didn't have access to.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens too, because after Far From Home, that contract's up, so they're going to have to renegotiate that whole thing with Sony
For him to pop up in their movies.
Better
so,
Venom.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire or
Not Tobey Maguire.
We've already had
Didn't
this
he?
conversation.
Didn't Topher Grace?
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace. Excuse me. Topher Grace.
We've already had this conversation, bud.
I wasn't here.
Bruh.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's a
Bruh.
need to know basis kind of thing. Stop.
So
Stop
you're
looking.
not going to answer my question?
Who's better between Topher Grace and literally anyone else on this planet?
Literally anyone else on the
So
planet.
Topher got it. Okay. Sorry.
I
that's
would
what you
take
heard.
Topher Grace over Post Malone. That would be about it.
I think he's got the #1
I
song
don't
in the
give a shit.
country right
I don't
now.
care.
That even
That-
a
that-
I haven't
that
heard it.
means
even a
nothing.
garbage can get to stay.
Isn't it
bro.
called like sunflower? I think it's called like sunflowers or
That
something.
means nothing to me.
Just
nothing
saying.
at all.
Just saying, he's still making them hits.
So we do have some sequels and kind of, I guess, obscure movies coming out this year. One of them being, we touched on Zombieland 2. Jerry, what were some other sequels that we had?
Did we even talk about Glass?
No.
No, that's already out though.
Yeah, but by the time this airs,
that.
it's going to be out
It's
for
a
a while.
19. Okay, whatever. Men in Black. Men in Black International.
Is that
coming
that's
out.
a sequel?
The Hemsworth one.
Yeah.
It's continuing the story of the Will Smith
Isn't
movies.
the girl
yes.
from Creed in it?
Yes.
I'm hoping for some
The Valkyrie.
yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was saying. Some Thor Ragnarok magic happening in this again.
Hopefully.
She's also in Westworld.
What is it? Is it Chris or is it
Yes, she
Liam
is.
that's in this movie?
Chris.
Oh,
Thor's in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thor.
Why did I think
Which
it was
Hemsworth
She
is
is
in
in
this
that.
one?
No, because I remember. I think I watched the trailer with the sound off or something like that, and at times, I guess I just remembered him looking like Liam for a minute. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Ever happened to you?
I mean,
Seba?
they are brothers.
They do favor each other.
Wait, why are you taking shots at me? I'm sorry. I
Shots
missed
fired
that.
on 503
Because
East Washington.
I don't know which Hemsworth is which either.
Well, they are both
Australian and
There's a third one too,
extremely attractive.
and I
the
think
third one was in Thor
He
Ragnarok.
does some small parts.
Yeah, he was in the play that Loki put on.
Yes.
So not Matt,
Yes.
his
Matt
brother.
Damon.
Yeah, he played
The quote ugly Hemsworth.
Yes,
What
I'll
other
take it being the ugly
sequels?
Hemsworth all day.
Oh shit! There's a Child's Play sequel.
Jesus
Yeah, I said that earlier, and Brian was like, "Ah,
Yeah. I guess we can bring it up.
Terminator sequel.
Yeah.
Unnamed
So this
Terminator
one is
project.
supposed to be Terminator 3 per se. So that's what they're saying. Like this is supposed to be
what was
take
that?
place
Rise
like
of
so.
the Machines."
The day
Well,
after
yeah.
Judgment Day.
Right. So that's what they're saying. And, Linda Hamilton's back in it. James Cameron's
mom?
on as a producer.
Still doing
The mom.
pull-ups.
She still looks pretty good.
Dude, hey, I mean, she looked really good in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
She stabbed that guy's
No
eyeball
fate,
out.
but what we made.
And it's Tim Miller directing it, the guy who did the original
No
Deadpool
fate,
movie.
but what we made.
So, I mean, it's got some hope. It's still an untitled Terminator project. But, yeah, it's supposed to take place pretty much, they're ruling out the other ones that have come out. So this is supposed to be Terminator 3 after Judgment Day or whatever the fuck they're going to call it.
If it's called After Judgment,
what are they like? There's 5 of them, right?
gonna
5
Yeah.
or 6.
So they're
I
writing
stopped
out the
watching them
Christian
after
Bale one.
Terminator.
I actually
There's
didn't
one with
mind the Christian
Christian
Bale
Bale.
one.
Genesis.
And then there's one where Sam Worthington
Genesis one I didn't
plays a Terminator that thinks he's human.
Is
That's
that not
the
the
same
same
one.
one?
That's
That's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one.
Then there's one where there's a female Terminator.
That's Rise of the Machines.
Yes.
That's a Claire Danes and the guy
Yes.
from Carnival.
Yep.
Wait.
And then there's another one,
And there's the one with the Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi in
Yes.
it.
That's
Khaleesi
Genesis.
plays-
That's the Genesis one.
Khaleesi
That's
plays
Genesis. You're right.
Sarah
What is the one
Connor.
with what's his face in it? The most recent
all
one.
of them. Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, he's in all. of
I'll be back.
Christian Bale?
them. Christian, yeah. What's
That
the
one was
Salvation.
before
Salvation.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was
That one was
Salvation
pretty
was
good.
after Genesis, wasn't it?
no,
No.
Salvation was.
Ew.
It was Salvation. Then
No, it went
Salvation.
Rise of the Machines.
That's gross.
Yeah,
Salvation,
Rise of the
then
Machines and
Genesis.
Salvation.
Salvation
Yeah.
Genesis.
Genesis was so.
They
So
suck.
is Eddie Furlong in this one or
Is he alive?
I don't think he's alive.
somebody go fucking
I hope you're
somebody
alive.
go down to the crack house and get that motherfucker, get him straightened up.
Which one's Eddie Furlong?
the one that probably
John Connor.
with the Public
John
Enemy
Connor,
shirt.
not the
Connor.
redhead.
Bring back T1000.
That's Danny
That's all I
Cootsey.
ask. Bring back
The salute of
T1000.
short-
I know Robert Patrick's still kicking out there.
Have you seen this boy?
Yeah, Eddie Furlong. Eddie Furlong had to pawn his dirt bike.
His dirt boy.
That dirt bike was dope as shit though, back in the day. Everybody wanted
Much
one.
more,
Guns N' Roses blasting.
Yep.
much more Terminator content than I expected.
Yeah.
Good job.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Anybody like Kingsman? Kingsman 3 is
Kingsman
coming out.
3.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't see the
entertaining.
second one.
I
It's
don't
entertaining.
mind them, but what's his name's not going to be in it.
No.
Eggsy.
Eggsy.
Oh, he's not in
it?
No.
They're
that's
a little over
dumb.
the top.
Yep.
I mean, they're supposed to be over the top, but they're way over the
He's
top.
too busy
The-
making
well,
especially
fucking
that
Robin
second
Hood
one.
movies.
The first one was over the top, and I heard that the second one was
Nuts.
like Stallone over the top.
Yeah.
So the first one had Sam Jackson with the bad
like a
guy with the
triple
lisp.
entendre.
yeah.
The lisp, right? Then
Yes, the first one with the list.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And the girl with the metal
right.
legs.
Yep.
That was the
Yeah.
first
the
one.
knife legs.
Because that makes all the sense.
Now that we keep talking about these movies,
They sound so stupid. What's your skill? Well, see, I was born without legs, so I
Knife
figured
legs.
swords.
What else you got, Jared?
Jesus.
What other sequel?
The Jumanji remake sequel.
Boo.
I liked it. I like the original.
Of course.
It's got the
No,
Rock
wait. So
in
the
it.
Rock, the Rock and
It's got
Kevin Hart are
Yes.
back.
Yes.
It's got my girl Nebula.
Yes.
But Nebula is hot. when
she's gonna be in the new one?
Doesn't have robotic vaginas.
She's
a
tuning into
redhead.
the
What's her
last
name?
episode.
Karen.
Karen Gillan.
Time out.
Karen Gillan.
Time out. Why are you saying remake sequel?
Because it's a
Jumanji
It's
was
not a remake. It's it's just a sequel, right?
Well, yeah.
it was.
I thought you were
guess it
saying
was a
that they're
sequel.
going to try and incorporate fucking
A sequel
well, I guess
to the
they
remake.
did.
How about that?
Because it wasn't
Ah, there
because
you
it
go.
wasn't a remake because what's his face Van Pelt was in the goddamn movie
Yeah.
as a video game character. I don't know.
I liked
It was trash. It was garbage.
I did not enjoy it.
That was entertaining.
The last installment of the Rambo series is coming out at the end of the year.
I didn't even know they were still
I thought that
pumping these
happened
fuckers
already.
out.
Well, first of all,
I thought so, too.
I say I'm really glad that it's ending, but the last one was fucking baller.
It
Yeah.
was okay. It was very violent.
It
Yes. Ultra violent.
No, Rambo was violent.
But this one was like real violence.
It was
It wasn't like,
ultra-violent.
ooh, let me spin these exploding are these arrows?
did-
They threw a baby in a fire.
Is he
That's
directing?
when you know the shit has hit the fan.
As we
Is
all laugh.
Stallone directing this one?
We're terrible.
Jerry, is Stallone directing this one?
Of course.
Oh, when
he
you're
is.
pushed. What was the tagline?
I don't know.
When
I
you're
don't know for
pushed,
sure.
killing is as easy as breathing. Yeah.
Is he in Thailand again or whatever?
Hopefully.
As long as there's
I
a
don't know
jungle
why that was
setting,
a
I'm
hard
good.
Let's go back to Nova Scotia. Let's go back to where it
Like
all
shooting at
started.
Brian Dennehy.
It probably will.
That's what I want.
Probably the alternate
blood.
suicide ending will become the actual ending of this one.
There you go.
Let's see. Star Wars coming
Yeah.
out. That's
We'll
a
see.
sequel.
We will see. This is
It's
episode
the-
9, correct?
It's the,
Are we on
yes,
9?
it'll
Okay.
be the third installment
So
of the
many.
new kind of characters that are going on right now with Finn and Rey and all the
I want to see more Jar Jar Binks.
Ugh.
Get out.
It might
I
be
don't
an
know.
improvement at
I
this
know
point.
we were
Finn-
talking about it earlier. I was not. This franchise right now, I'm not. It's
They're
not 1,
beating
2,
the
3
shit
by
out
any
of it.
means. Don't get me wrong, but
They fucked
I'm
it
not
up,
loving
man.
it. I thought
There's
The
no
Last
more
Jedi
Princess
sucked.
Leia. There's no more Han Solo.
I think that's
Well, no. Apparently,
that's-
Mark Hamill's in this.
Well, that's
what
Luke
they were saying.
Skywalker.
That's Skywalker.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
neither of
they're
those
gonna make
people.
it
That's
to
right.
where he can come back somehow.
Who, Solo?
No, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing.
Yoda
these,
comes
they're,
back
They're
as
fucking
a-
this whole thing up. They're doing the spin-offs, and to be honest with you, the best spin-off
Rogue One.
was Rogue
Hell
One.
yeah.
The best
which
Star
really-
Wars
yeah,
story at all was Rogue One.
Agreed.
which really
100%.
Everybody died at the end.
connected.
Loved it.
It was really good.
They looked. They watched.
Solo. The best thing about
From the beach.
Solo was
The ending.
Khaleesi. The ending.
When I got to
Khaleesi.
leave.
When you
and
got
get-
up?
and I never got my hours back from watching that movie. That movie
I don't know.
was...
Seeing Darth Maul again was pretty awesome.
Yeah, but,
and
but,
then,
but why? 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 Why?
It's on Netflix, and I still won't watch it.
It went immediately to Netflix. There was like
Yeah.
a 6-month period.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched 20
Netflix.
minutes of it and shut it off.
Yeah.
I tried again and
Exactly.
I just couldn't. But Childish Gambino is Solo is the only reason
I'm
I
gonna
really
watch it. I haven't seen. I still haven't. It's on Netflix. It's been on there. I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch. I just
It's
still
worth
haven't
it
seen
just to.
You
check
guys
out,
have. You guys like
Lando.
completely just have crushed it every time. So I'm just like, this can't be good.
I had no desire to watch it in the first place. though.
I value all your.
I don't know why I
opinions.
went to go see it, actually.
Solo or 9?
Solo. Oh, wait. Was Solo back? Was Solo back when MoviePass was still a thing? Yes. All right. Well, that's why I went to go
Yep.
see it.
Yep.
I was like, dude, another free shitty movie. Which MoviePass is coming back? Let's get ours and go see all of the
Well,
movies.
now it's you only get
supposed to
3
be
a
better
month.
now, though.
Yeah, but who cares?
For
It's
$10?
three movies. No.
But
no.
it's
It's
limited
like-
now. It's limited on theaters. They have like 3 different plans.
No. Yeah. So you get
Go
the,
online and you'll see the shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
there's a
trying
bunch
to
of
promote
different-
Movie Pass
yeah,
right now.
Good point. Good point.
They aren't a sponsor.
Yeah. You sponsor us and we'll promote your shit.
Speaking of sponsors,
Ooh.
We want to take the opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors, Gate City Growlers. They have 20 taps. They specialize in small North Carolina breweries and specialty craft beers. Working with the little guys since 2015, guys. Please stay local. Take care of the local shops.
all right. So Jay, you were saying you wanted to do some biopics. Why did I call you Jay? I feel really stupid for that
J
one.
Money.
J
Well,
Don.
that's fine.
J Donimus.
Okay. All right, Jerry, Jay, baby.
Yes, it's me.
Jay.
Hello,
Baby.
it's me.
J baby.
No, there's some really great biopics.
It's either biopics or biopics. I don't
pretty
know.
sure
We're just
in my head,
confusing
I call it
ourselves.
biopic.
Yeah, we're just
I've said biopic my whole life.
There's one coming out. It's called Rocket Man. It's a bio of Elton John. Who
makes sense.
the
who's
Kingsman
playing-
dude.
Kingsman.
Eggsy is
Eggsy.
playing Elton John.
So that's what he's
Sir
doing.
Taron Egerton. I'm sure I butchered that. And I'm sorry.
Slash
Egerton.
Robin
I don't
Hood.
Well done.
It looks, it's probably going to be on par with the Queen.
Which is winning awards.
This one looks a lot like what was the Beatles one? Not biopic.
Across the Universe?
Across the Universe. It looks
Like a
trippy
musical?
like that.
That was a musical.
From
It
the
was a
preview
musical.
that I saw, it
I
looks
didn't
good.
know it was a musical when I started watching it.
It
I
looks.
didn't either, and I
I
didn't
really
watch
like.
it. I don't like the Beatles.
I really like Across the Universe. It's a good
Unpopular.
movie.
So, I
it's
mean, it
like
just looks
that.
visually, there's some really cool scenes that I saw from the previews where he's like playing the piano, but then he starts kind of like floating in the air, that kind of shit. So
Well, you
it
got to
looks
think
interesting.
Elton John would sign off on this movie
Right.
before it
He
would
would
actually-
have to.
And they were doing copious amount of drugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elton John did the drugs.
They have to recreate that.
Did all the drugs.
Okay.
As he sits there fantasizing.
That's a look of envy there.
Good to have you back, Sayla. That's where he's been this whole time.
Someone listening right now is
Rehab.
like, I wonder how my drugs are doing.
No, someone's like, so that's where he's been. So what other biopics do we have coming out?
You got Fonzo, which is the Al Capone
Fonzie?
movie
With Tom Hardy, right?
with Tom Hardy playing.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of that.
With LP scoring the movie.
Nice. LP from Run the Jewels.
When is that coming? Any idea?
May, June, I think. I'm not really sure. You know, in fact, it's one of those movies that still doesn't have a release date, but it's supposed to still come out in 2019, I think.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know if this is a biopic per se, but I wrote it down. It's that comedy. It's called Fighting with My Family. It stars
The wrestling.
Yeah,
Oh, the
the
wrestling
wrestling
one.
one. I
Oh,
think it's like
yeah, that one
like
looks
a page.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
it does have a shit ton of actual wrestlers in there.
Yeah,
right?
It's a true.
The Rock-
It's a true
Rock
story.
produced
It's
it.
based on Paige's story.
Oh, I didn't know
and The
that,
Rock
man.
produced
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
But,
Rad.
my
Big
boy
rad.
Nick Frost is in it too, which I love him.
He's the dad, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
the guy
that's
in
right.
Shaun of the Dead.
That's right.
Yes,
Vince Vaughn's in it.
Love
Yeah.
Vince
Nick
Vaughn.
Frost.
And so there's that movie that sounds good. And then there's a movie called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, which is a long-ass title, but it's the Ted Bundy movie.
Oh,
it's coming out this year.
shit.
So if you like serial killers or you're fucking weird.
The house that Jack built.
It's great.
Do need to watch that.
And then there's a big Tolkien biopic coming out about the life and times of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Is that like a 4-part?
Walking series.
I would imagine.
It's a fucking miniseries on the big screen.
So on that note, on biopics, there's actually one that's biopics. It's actually being distributed. I had to pull my phone out for this one because I didn't have it written down. But
Pull it out.
I read about it earlier this week.
whip it out.
Hold on.
That's what she said.
Netflix only. Dolomite is my name. It's based on the comedian
Rudy
Eddie
Ray?
Murphy is playing Rudy. Wesley Snipes is in it. Mike
Whoa, whoa,
Epps
whoa,
is
whoa,
in it.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, shit.
Triggered. Speak again.
Wesley Snipes.
Our boy.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It is directed by the guy that did Hustle and Flow. For all of you that remember the MTV movie with Terrence Howard in it. So that's coming out on Netflix. There's no launch date, but I was reading about it. Oh, Chris Rock's in it too, by the way. Sorry, I forgot. Anyway, I read about it earlier this week, so there's that.
And then we also got the It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
based.
Rogers.
That's based off of the "Won't You Be My Neighbor" documentary, right?
From what I hear, I've heard mixed things about it. It's supposed to be close to that, but more inside his life as well. So we'll see. I mean,
Fred
Tom
Rogers.
Hanks-
Tom Hanks is Fred Rogers.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I saw the picture
perfect.
online,
Cannot
and
wait.
he looks fucking awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
He looks just like Fred.
As far as other flicks, let's see. We got Hobbs and Shaw coming out, a little spin-off from the Fast and Furious
That's
world.
in August.
So we'll see.
In it, I'll go see it.
You know, Idris is it Idris Elba?
And if
Yeah,
it's,
he
if
plays
Idris
the
is in
bad
it,
guy. The one thing I'll say about
Oh, he's
that,
the bad guy?
he's the bad guy.
you know, that this Hobbs and Shaw spinoff caused a lot of turmoil and long standing that's continuing now between the cast of the whole Fast and Furious thing. Like, you know,
Vin
obviously
Diesel and
everybody knows the
Tyrese
background that Vin Diesel and The Rock don't get along to begin with,
Right.
because they're both fucking diva movie stars that want to come and show up late and shit. They both want to be the last one there.
Right.
So there's a lot of turmoil that's going on behind the scenes for that. So they gave The Rock and Jason Statham this spinoff, but apparently they were in negotiations to do a Ludacris and Tyrese spinoff.
Okay.
And they did this one instead. So now Tyrese is all pissed to the point where when Fast and Furious 8 or 9 or whatever the next one is,
Too many.
that
there
comes
9 of
out.
them?
That I think it's 9 actually, or 8 that comes out in 2020. The Rock's not going to be in it, which is kind of weird because that kind of saved that franchise.
I was gonna say, that's the reason I started watching them
when
again.
they incorporated him back into it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the main. I mean, this Hobbs and Shaw thing could spin off. I mean, you could have Jason Statham and The Rock make 6 fucking movies.
Yeah. I'm totally
you
cool
know
with
what
that.
I mean? So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I do like Michelle Rodriguez though. She's one of my favorites.
They played that story
She
to
ain't
death.
got enough
though.
ass
It's
for
like-
me, man.
Oh
Dude,
Lord, what
they
is wrong
beat it
with
to
you?
the fucking ground.
Her ass.
She had amnesia.
Yeah, I
and
beat
she
that
like,
to the fucking ground.
It's funny because we actually watched a Fast and the Furious marathon yesterday on USA. So.
Why?
I feel like
Courtney loves those movies.
I feel like they have that on USA every weekend.
They don't show 2. They don't show the moment.
Which one's Tokyo Drift?
That's so the Tokyo Drift was the
That was the one with the dude from Friday Night Lights.
But it ended up being a prequel. Remember, because Han was in it.
Yeah.
And whatever. Anyway.
Bow Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Bow Wow.
that's
No
when
Lil, just
well,
Bow
he
Wow.
officially dropped the Lil.
Yeah. Lil.
Little Bow Wow.
This is so important, you guys.
That'll be
Thank
dub.
you for tuning in. multiPOPtural.
Hard hitting subject.
Yes. And
These are the
breaking
things-
news: Bow Wow dropped a Lil from his name.
Years ago.
These are the
To be
things
in
that
Tokyo
fucking
Drift.
matter.
Reporting live is Ja Rule.
Where's Ja?
Where's Ja? What else we got coming out before we
Y'all
get
niggas
to
crazy.
before we get to the big one?
Mother 2. Did you hear that?
Oh,
I'm kidding.
You better be kidding.
I was about to say,
He was-
no, because it would technically
Nothing
it would,
left to be
it
done.
Would, it would literally be the same movie again
Yep.
because it starts over.
Yep.
But the baby's black this time.
I thought my head was melting. When we were watching
Black,
that. I was
Doc.
like, I've got to go.
Black mom.
We might be sponsored by Black. We just got to keep it up.
So
Throw us the
It's
bucks.
funny
I
because
don't
everyone
care.
knows what I'm talking about.
one sort of obscure one that I saw when I was kind of doing research for this, something that comes out in October. It's called The Gemini Man. I don't know if anybody saw this. It's a science fiction action thriller. Think Looper.
Okay.
If we all
I'm in.
remember the movie Looper.
I do love that movie.
Bruce Willis?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bruce Willis and Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt. So it's directed by Ang Lee, and for those of you that don't know Ang Lee, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Life of Pi, Jordan's favorite, Brokeback Mountain. The story.
Damn, son.
Expose him.
Is that why you've been quiet for so long? Is because you were planning that out in your head?
No.
It took him 3 months.
I'm gonna get him. I got him now.
3 months off to get that. Now he's gonna leave.
No. So yeah, I'm sorry.
You did a good job.
I'm sorry. But the story here is aging assassin. He's trying to exit this life of assassinations.
Excommunicado.
And he finds himself going up against his younger self that can predict his every move. Main character is Will Smith.
So this is
Sounds
a lot
like Looper.
Yeah.
Right.
That's similar.
like Looper.
Sounds like.
It
Black Looper.
sounds right. So, but hold on, Clive Owen is in it.
Blooper.
I would.
Black Looper.
I'm glad everybody loved it.
Wait, what's the name of the movie again?
You can't leave the show again.
Blooper. Blooper, right?
Gemini.
The Gemini Man.
No, Blooper's better.
I think it could be sort of a sneaky under the radar.
Wait, who's starring the Gemini Man?
Will Smith.
Oh, Black Looper.
Yeah, you got
Damn,
it.
that's
You're fine.
4 minutes.
Just for everyone who didn't already get it.
Sorry, man.
It's so
I had-
perfect.
Oh, did you?
God, you got fucking tissues out.
He's dying.
That shit was so fucking
2019. Let's have it.
funny. What else we got?
That's all. I'm done with obscure, trying to find good shit.
Yeah, what's the
Wait, so that's Netflix exclusive? Is that
No,
what's
this one is. I know all my other ones have been Netflix exclusive. This is not. This will be wide
Theatrical
release.
release, okay.
Yeah, theatrical.
Okay.
The only Gemini Man I know is from Mega Man 2.
Yes. God, that game series is the
Man, that's
shit.
exactly what I thought when he
Fucking
said
awesome.
that.
Yep. So that's actually the
So
ending
not
of the
Black
movie.
Looper.
It's like
That was pretty good.
Thank
That
you.
was-
I
That was
did-
really. That was like Bit Brigade good.
That's exactly right.
So before we get to probably going to be one of the biggest movies of this year, besides of course all the Marvel shit coming out and everything else, we're going to take a quick little commercial break. We'd like to take the time to thank one of our sponsors, Andrew Newman, attorney at law, located here in Greensboro, North Carolina. He can assist you with your criminal as well as traffic violations, and his practice includes Guilford, Forsyth, as well as all surrounding counties. To set up a free consultation, you can contact him at 336-663-2388, and you can also visit him on his website, attorneynewman.com. And we are back. We are all laughing.
Still.
So we're going to talk about the All Eyes on Me movie of 2019. Like I said, minus
Another Tupac?
All Eyes on Me movie?
All
God,
Eyes
that
on Me
was
Part
fucking
2.
horrible,
That was
wasn't it?
really bad.
Both eyes on me.
I didn't even watch it.
Half an eye on me. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
I think we've trashed more movies than actually.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Fuck
too.
movies.
I didn't realize, but on a side, I didn't realize him and Jada had that.
Oh yeah.
But like, they were friends. Like the
He used to write her poetry.
Yeah, like they were in love.
They were in love.
For sure.
Are we talking about?
Tupac.
Blooper.
We're still on blooper. Black Blooper.
Well,
presented by Black.
Mrs. Blooper and Tupac.
Mrs. Blooper.
He knows all his own moves.
Someone else gonna have to intro Once Upon a Time.
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's been
Jerry.
carrying it.
So there's a little
Space
film
crack.
by a
Jerry's the only one
certain
with talent.
a certain amazing director / writer. His name is Quentin Tarantino. His latest film is coming up this year. It's called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It is the story of what is it? So it's the story
it's
of
set
a
on the
guy.
Manson family murder of Sharon Tate.
So
Right,
but it's more about the
two
actor.
guys. Well, the
his
actor and his
so
stuntman.
DiCaprio's
Correct.
the actor and Brad Pitt's his stuntman.
Correct.
And they live next door to
Sharon Tate.
Sharon Tate.
Played by Margot Robbie.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of A-listers in this for sure.
As well, there should be.
Yeah, but
What's
it's
do we have a list?
Yeah, I got a list. So we got, obviously we mentioned DiCaprio, Pitt, Margot Robbie. We have Dakota Fanning, Al Pacino, Damian Lewis from Homeland, Tim Roth, Emil Hirsch,
Of course, Tim Roth.
Timothy Oliphant. Is that how you say his
Timothy
name?
Oliphant. That's
Oliphant.
That's Justified.
Justified.
Raylan Givens and Deadwood.
Yep. And he was also briefly in The Office for 2 episodes. as the
wait,
traveling
is-
salesman. Yeah.
Is he the guy in Santa
Hitman.
Clarita?
Hitman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Santa Clarita
Gotcha.
Diet.
Yeah, and
Okay, cool.
Hitman.
Love.
Kurt Russell and many, many more.
He's
so that's the
still
main
alive.
ones.
Russell.
So I think one thing to note on this as well is Quentin Tarantino has announced a long time ago that the 10th movie was going to be his last one. So this is his second to last movie that he is ever
number
going
8, right?
to make. No, this is
Nine.
9.
Yeah.
This is
This is 9. So
Hateful Eight was number 8.
I didn't love it.
We'll talk about that one.
I saw it on the plane.
I didn't love it.
What?
There
Hateful
was
Eight?
there was one part where my
I
neighbors
liked
on the
it.
plane were uncomfortable.
People
liked
were
it.
annoyed that it was just in one room.
Oh, yeah, that scene.
Jerry, you can't just pull it out like that on the plane, dude.
Reservoir
black
Dogs.
dingus.
Reservoir Dogs
Reservoir
was
Dogs
mostly,
was in
was
one
mostly
room.
in one room too. There was a few things,
But a
I
lot of
mean,
people didn't like that one.
I love
I
Reservoir
love
Dogs.
Reservoir
I like that a
Dogs.
lot better than Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that's a fact.
definitely.
Maybe not a lot more, but I do like it better.
So the release date for this is July 26th.
we got a runtime on this. 3.5 hours probably.
Oh,
if
boy.
I know
No.
Tarantino.
More than likely, yeah, it seems like. I mean, with this cast, I'd be surprised if it's less than 2.5 hours.
And here's the
to
other
be
thing:
honest
like,
with
is
Yeah,
he
no
doing
shit.
some kind of? And I don't want to say gimmicky. He shoots so like when he did Kill Bill, he shot it on a certain type of film. When he did Hateful Eight, he shot it on this like special old school widescreen reel to reel. Have we heard any kind of rumors of any kind of special
I
camera
haven't at
work
all.
or cinematography? that
He's actually
doing?
kept this movie under wraps.
Yeah, I know,
a
he
lot
is,
better.
you're right.
I mean, and he's normally pretty good at doing that, but I mean, it's hard to get any information. There's not even a runtime on this yet, so I'm pretty sure they're still in post production. So I don't even think they wrapped production yet.
If it's 4 hours, will you go see it?
Yeah, of
Yep,
course.
100%.
Yeah.
I watched the Grindhouse double feature.
Really?
Yeah, in theaters.
Back to back.
Sure did.
I mean, Kill Bill was like 5 hours.
that
I went
go?
through 3 tubs of popcorn. They're refillable. I mean, why
They
not?
are.
I got
Yeah.
my goddamn
That's a
money's
good point.
worth, didn't I?
Were you
That's
high?
right.
That's a lot of popcorn.
I mean,
How
maybe.
do you eat that much pop? Like, didn't you get a tummy ache?
I love.
I mean,
popcorn.
yeah,
Oh, you gonna tell me?
I had a widow tummy ache, but it was okay.
What was the name of the Grindhouse one?
It was Planet Terror
Planet
and
Terror.
Death Proof.
Death Proof.
Yeah.
Haven't seen either of them.
We talked about the Death Proof.
The one with the Rose McGowan had the machine gun
Yeah.
leg.
Wasn't one of those directed by Robert Rodriguez?
Yeah, that was
though?
Planet Terror.
Yeah.
Planet
okay.
Terror was.
Yep.
Okay.
Where Bruce Willis' penis fell off. Didn't it? It rotted off, right?
Is that what you remember from?
That's
it?
the one thing I remember. That and machine gun legs. Yes. Best friends with sword legs.
Who would win?
Who would win? Isn't Michelle Rodriguez in that too, though?
Yes.
Yes.
Machine gun legs.
Planet Terror, yeah.
Yeah.
Partnering her up
Yeah,
with
she was. Yeah, she
scissor
was.
legs.
You get it? Did you get
Another
it?
triple entendre.
Get it?
Just rolling.
Well, that's all I got, fellas. Anything else?
Blacked.
Real.
Sponsored by Black.
I really hope they heard this episode. Throw us some money. Or just enjoy and tell your friends.
Oh God.
Oh, April. Real quick. Mortal Kombat 11 is coming.
Yes,
video
yes.
game.
Did you see all the fatalities they came up with?
yeah.
Holy
I
Baraka
shit.
pulled off the face.
Dude, I like
Yeah,
that.
that
I like
shit
what
is
they're doing
dope.
with the fatalities now, where it's like instead of just like it being, like they're doing like a final, like the last hit is like a screenshot, but it's like a moving screenshot. It's just in ultra slow motion. And it's like fatality. So it's like Baraka eating the brain, or fucking when he punches his sword through their eyeball and it comes out of the back of their head.
Yes.
And it's fucking
It's intense.
gruesome.
That's
It's-
pretty cool.
it's
Because
intense.
weren't they doing it before where it was showing, like, before the finishing move, it was showing, like, the bones breaking, and then they would do the
That was a
finishing
special move.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Okay.
They
So
call
that's
those the
cool.
X-ray moves.
Okay, that's right. That's right. So they're doing this now with the actual fatalities. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
and they still and
that's
they
awesome.
Did they have brutalities back? Yeah, they did have
Yeah.
brutalities.
Yeah, that
I was
co-
just watching it, and Scorpion just. Could you imagine punching someone's head off of their body? Like the head still
That's a
remains.
hard punch.
The head still remains intact,
Yes.
but it's just like the neck was like.
I saw Jason Voorhees do it, and Jason Takes Manhattan, and it still gives me joy to this day.
So that
Jason
coalition
Takes Manhattan.
that tried to get the original Mortal Kombat games like banned, like
Yeah.
back in like '94.
What do they think?
I'd love to show them this fucking trailer. then.
Watch what you will.
This, motherfucker.
Watch what will
Eating
be.
the brain.
That and Dead by what is it? By Daylight? What's the one where you can play as the killer? Your brother was talking about it on the video games episode. What the fuck is that video game? And you can
Is
get
it
like
Dead by
Leatherface.
I
Is
think
it
it
Dead
is
by
Dead by
Daylight?
Daylight.
Okay, because I like to butcher shit, so I was like, I'm sure I messed this name up.
I think it is Dead by Daylight. And Days Gone.
This is the new
supposed to
zombie
be-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think that's going to be our placeholder for Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's a
Well,
PlayStation exclusive.
Well, for you,
It is also-
for you. You know what comes out like
The 29th?
next week?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 3, motherfucker.
Finally.
Yeah, we'll have to do a video game one next month.
Well,
'Cause this is
I'm gonna
like
go
our
buy
Twitch.
Resident Evil pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
get that too.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we should talk about video games and the video game.
Yeah, Resident
episode.
Evil 2.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. yeah. That's just a.
and put it on Twitch.
All right. Well,
No, we should do it.
I'm sorry, everyone.
A blooper.
That sounds like.
Hold on. Speaking of
That sounds like
blooper,
a certain kind of poop.
one last one. One last movie.
What we got?
This is 2020, but it's the first week of 2020.
There we go.
Blooper. Will Smith himself, Martin Lawrence. Bad Boys for Life.
Yes.
That won't make it into the 2020 movie
Mike
preview.
Lowry.
So guys, just wait all year.
That one will be called Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys Till Death.
They've actually signed on to do 3 more.
Holy
so
Get the
this
So
is
we
the
don't have to
first-
keep waiting 15 years in
eh,
between.
You might still, but this is the first. We'll see how this one does. They've
might hope
signed
they
on
do.
to tentatively to do a trilogy arc for this Bad Boys for Life, a second one and a third one, but it's all going to depend on how well this one goes. I mean, I know they just started shooting this week.
Yeah.
Who's directing it? Do you know?
It is not. So Michael Bay is not involved,
He's not
at,
involved at
all.
all.
But I think Jerry Bruckheimer
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
is involved somehow. I don't know who's directing. I can take a look at it, but no, very few
Details.
Thank you, Jordan. Are out now. But first week of
You're so
2020,
cute.
Bad Boys for Life. That's it.
I can't wait till they get Jackie Chan and
Director
fucking
is
Chris Tucker back
I can't
together.
even
Yeah, Rush
pronounce
Hour
it.
4 is
Rush
coming.
Hour 4.
Get the fuck! Excuse me. That was supposed to be get the fuck out of here, like a man does.
That's another one where it's not a definitive date, but it's supposed to come out this year.
Oh,
How many?
my
How many on
asshole.
Michael and Tito jokes do you think are going to be in that one?
Too many. Not enough. I don't
Oh,
know.
there's
You never touch a black man radio.
As long as there's my daddy wants to catch a bullet. All right, fuck it. Let's get the fuck out of here.
That's going to do it for us. Make sure you check us out next week. And then, Haley, take us out like you normally do.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Pop Culture as Fuck, presented by multiPOPtural. Be sure to check us out at our website for all the latest news and notes. You can find us at www.popcultureaf.com or multiPOPtural.com. And we'll see you next week, you filthy animals.
Yes! Yeah! Victory!
And anger management?
Fuck anger management.